everybody. Hooray, this is so exciting. Truly, I'm delighted to see this room, beautiful faces, good friends, for an extremely important topic. We're here to talk about the subject of the Commission on Social Development that is going on right now. Has everybody been to the meetings? Yes? Awesome. And today our event is about youth and poverty and mental health and well-being, an extremely important triumvirate of issues. We are absolutely delighted that mental health and well-being is in the Sustainable Development Goals in Target 3.4. And yes, Chair, Ambassador Otto has been very important in making that happen. We have other ambassadors here, Ambassador Boge from Hungary, Ambassador Lois Young from Belize, who were also very supportive. The Belgian mission, here supported and represented by Pascal Bouffin, has been very supportive. So we have our friends of mental health here, and many more who have supported mental health, which is extremely important for sustainable development. We are going to focus on the means of implementation because that is what is going on now with regard to how are we going to implement and make sure that mental health and youth are involved and that we help them to rise out of poverty and to develop in their communities. And so we have 3 programs we're going to present that actually show that. You will be very excited to see them. I know I am. They're very important to me. One is from the United States here, another is from Africa, and a third is from Afghanistan. So it covers the different areas, and we also have a representative from the who's doing work with regard to the EU. So we're covering the regions in order to make sure that young people rise out of poverty, have chances really in life, and we support and empower them with their well-being. So we also are going to be treated to a play, an original play written by young people about this issue. You will hear about it from them directly, and a song. So we love to do this with regard to using the arts also to really empower young people and to show this issue. Ambassador of Palau, Dr. Caleb Otto, has really been the champion of mental health and well-being throughout the entire negotiations of the SDGs. He has really accomplished something that is changing the world. And so indeed, he is perfect to be making some concluding remarks and also showing us the way forward. I would like to acknowledge his wife, Judy Otto, who has been a tremendous assistant and who is a major force here at the UN as well, and has helped put all of this together. And to my team at the International Association of Applied Psychology, Joel Zinsu and Alexandra Marjevich, we call ourselves Team Palau. And that is what we feel for supporting Ambassador Otto.
Wow, so thank you very much, everybody, for being here this afternoon. And let me also take this opportunity to thank our co-sponsors, the missions of Belgium and Afghanistan, as well as the other sponsors, the International Association of Applied Psychology and Psychology Coalition, and the panel and discussions. Thank you so much for the richness and the young people and the drama that added to the learning that we had today. I don't think that there is much more that I can add to. It's just to say that everything that we've talked about today brings to mind what the ministers of health of the Pacific Islands, when they gathered in 1995 in the island of Fiji to consider their vision for healthy islands, healthy Pacific, for the new millennium starting in 2000 forward. They wanted to create their vision for these healthy islands. And so they had 5 elements of what they considered to be healthy islands. The very first element of this vision that they had was these healthy islands. In this healthy island, the children shall be nurtured in body, mind, and soul. And so I think this is a great way to think about our challenges today. And I think about when we became a nation in Palau, the first international treaty that we ratified was the Convention on the Rights of the Child. And we wanted to educate the whole Palau about this convention. So I translated that whole convention into Palauan. And when we came to translating the word rights of the child, we had great difficulties with the people in Palau saying, but the children don't have rights. So we were thinking, okay, so I asked the chiefs, what should we use then for the word rights for the child? And they said, the children should always be nurtured to become what we hope they will become. So we translate the word rights instead with the word nurturing of children. So I'm thinking in this mind, putting together the vision from the ministers of health in the Pacific, the body, mind, and soul, and how do we nurture them? If we talk about the poverty, we tend to always think about the poverty in terms of lack of food and water. But today, I think we've seen that there can be poverty of mind, thinking, which Dr. Marcotte has been addressing in his program. There can be poverty in the spirit, as well as the poverty of food and water. So we heard a little bit about how to deal with the poverty of food and water in terms of conflict, but I think today we also learned a lot about how to try to address the poverty of the mind and the poverty of the spiritual aspect of our young people's lives. And I think once we have done that, then we've got a long way to eradicating poverty and using the children and the young people to really move forward on this. So just the last part, I was thinking that we should really nurture our youth in all the aspects of nurturing. We should, in school, at home, at school, and at play, we've got the examples of those. At home in the drama, at school, and the workplace in Afghanistan and the Congo. We should inspire the young people's imagination. We should facilitate their creativity, such as Jelena's creativity for creating a new program in school. We should harness their energy to work. And we should create, this is a very important one that I learned just last week when we were talking about security and peace. We should create more hope spots for young people. Hope that will, like Carlos, help them to achieve their dreams. Thank you very much, everyone.
This is a quotable. Ambassador Otto has said his whole quote is actually that we have hot spots, as you all know, when you run to Starbucks to get your internet going. And so that's the beginning. Since we have so many hot spots, now we need more hope spots and also heart spots, because we're really putting mental health and well-being at the heart of the Sustainable Development Goals.